Right into hell, aren't you, man? There you go, bro. Enjoy. Ride that obliterator right into hell, bro. You could have been living right here, but you wanted to hold on to that, dude. You wanted to hold on so bad. You said, oh, I got him out on the board. I got him out. No, bro. No, you do not have him. You got him out on the board. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. It's getting to the end of the season. It's the lovely end of the season here. I was really delayed. I was kind of having fun with Aftermath, trying to play a bunch of jank. So I'm a little bit up Diamond. I finally made it to Diamond with a couple days left, you know. And I said, what is the best way that I can start making a possible, maybe a redemption arc here, where I can really charge, really take an attack at Mythic very fast with a hyper-competitive deck, you know what I mean? And I thought of my good buddy and fellow co-host partner, Numbskull, aka the numbest of skulls. And he's usually floating around, I mean, a lot of times he finishes this season around the 200 to 500 mythic rank number territory with none other than his Bang Bust Black, Mono Black Alchemy. Best of 3 version of the deck. And I said to myself, why not? Let's see what kind of build Numbskull's been running this season, how he's updated it, how he's changed it. You know, a little love to our fellow podcast co-host right here. So before we get into that, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe. He's going to rip you apart. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainej for all live streaming goodness. I know I've been away for a couple of days, but I'm getting back into the regular stream of things, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information. Post your decks there, ask questions, any help that you might need, as we're going to be right there. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are available down below on my AetherHub. So, Mono Black, and this is actually going to be a best of 3 deck. He plays a lot of best of 3. I normally do best of 1. And of course, it's an Alchemy, but he absolutely tears up the ladder with this every year. So, what are we talking about when we talk about this new Mono Black? Well, March Towards Perfection probably was one of the biggest sleeper hits out of the new Alchemy set previously. Now, I know we didn't get an Alchemy set this time because of Aftermath, but the previous Alchemy set, the All Will Be One Alchemy set, was very good. And you're saying to yourself, Jay, I can't afford Alchemy? Really, Jay? A man of your talents? Alchemy, the worst thing that ever happened to Magic cards since Portal? Guys, it's really not that bad, man. And a lot of the Alchemy cards that I'm going to put in here are going to be uncommons or rares or something like that. They're not going to be that expensive. It is not that difficult to build Alchemy decks. It's not that difficult to build, to put in Alchemy stuff into a previously existing Mono Black deck. So, out of all the things that you could say about Wizards, Alchemy is not the worst thing they've done, and certainly it is not that expensive. You may also be wondering, Jay, there's a Plains in here. Isn't this a Mono White or something like this? Isn't this Orzhov? No, it's Mono Black. We just have the option to cast Path of Peril. So, March Towards Perfection is one of those Phyrexian cards that is just fantastic, especially when you're running a regular amount of Phyrexians. You get a boon whenever you cast the next Phyrexian creature spell. It enters with 1/1 and Death Touch. Draw a card from March Towards Perfection spellbook. You get a lot of good stuff. You have the Gorgusi in there. You have the Obliterator, the Revoker. Great, another one, Archfiend of the Dross, Zenith Chronicler, Soulless Jailer. You have a lot of really good stuff in the spellbook there, so you're going to get to choose one of them. And, of course, so it's a great early card because you know Phyrexians are coming out. Shambling Gas. I miss Shambling Gas so much. Ghastly Girl is just a fantastic card. Why? We combine it with Deadly Dispute, and we have kind of what we call the mini... what is that one called? Dark Ritual. How did I forget it? My favorite black card of all time. So, Shambling Gas is a 1-drop, and when it dies, a -1/-1 till the end of turn, and of course, or you get a treasure token. So you can either do a kill card on somebody else, with that -1/-1, or you can open up for treasure. Now, when you combine that with Deadly Dispute of 1 black and 1 as additional cost to spell sacrifice a creature or a treasure, you could also do some of the blood tokens we put down. You have this amazing ability to get a ton of treasure out on turn 2 and really, really ramp. So you sacrifice that, draw 2 cards, and get 2 treasures out of it. All of a sudden, out of 2 mana, you've generated 4 mana, and you've drawn 2 cards. Really, really good opening gambit for turn 1 and turn 2 with Deadly Dispute and Shambling Ghast right there. We're going to talk about removal. Go for the Throat and Infernal Grasp. Best of 3 boys, you might also be thinking about Pile On. You also may be thinking about some other stuff like that. Any kind of removal is going to be a good one for you right there. We're going to go for the Throat. Again, I'm not too keen on putting that in too much. I maybe want to adjust to higher Infernal, just because we are going to gain life with this one, and Go for the Throat does not work against those artifacts. What are you saying, guys? You want Soul Transfer? Sure, you could put Soul Transfer in. You could take out a Duress, you could put Soul Transfer in. And again, this is originally designed as a best of 3. We'll discuss the sideboard. We also are going to have a decent amount of wipes in here and other forms of removal. We'll get to that, though. So that's going to be our targeted removal. Painful Bond is going to be card draw. Card draw is kind of very important in this. Card superiority in this kind of deck build is kind of key. It's really important. Painful Bond, of course, is 1 black and 1. Instant, you draw non-land, draw 2. Then the non-land cards you have with 3 or less perpetually gain. When you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. I don't really care about losing that life. Again, we are going to gain some life on this one, so it's all right. Sheoldred's Assimilator is a great card to cast right after March Towards Perfection. So Sheoldred's Assimilator is a 3/1 menace. Of course, if it comes in with a +1/+1 and Death Touch, it all of a sudden becomes that much more dangerous. So that's a great 1/2 March Towards Perfection to Sheoldred's Assimilator, not Incinerator. Whenever Sheoldred's Assimilator enters the battlefield, their attacks exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. If that card is exiled this way, you may conjure a duplicate of that card into the top 5 cards in your library at random. So it can resurrect a card as a copy into the top of your library, which is really cool. Graveyard Trespasser, again, more graveyard hate. Graveyard hate is really essential and kind of important in the current meta for the simple fact that people are running resurrection decks left and right. In Alchemy and in Standard, I'd always recommend keeping Graveyard Hate available right there. Sheoldred's Assimilator does it. Graveyard Trespasser does it. You do the gain and drain effect. Lovely effect of that discard if on that ward right there. You do the gain and drain effect twice when you remove creature cards from the graveyard with the Graveyard Glutton, and it's a 4/4. Normally it's a 3/3. Pretty solid card all around. Now we're going to talk about Path of Peril. This is the only reason we have a smattering of white in this deck. We have some high-level stuff that is not really affected by Path of Peril at the low level, so you can clear out some of those red aggro guys if you're getting really hasted. And then in the late game, as an emergency button, you need that 1 drop of white mana. Generally, you can usually do it with a little bit of treasure. It's not too hard, but that's why we have that just little we have 1 Plains, 2 Caves of Koilos, and 1 Rafines. Just in case we need to hit the emergency button with Path of Peril, that's why we have that there as a little bit more wipes. We also have another one in the sideboard. I don't really think that's necessary. I think 2 of them there with the other wipes that we're going to have are going to be fine. Sanguine Brushstroke is also what can win you the game with Path of Peril. You can win by board wiping. How do I mean by that? Well, you're going to conjure the Blood Artist, which of course is a 0/1 vampire. Whenever another Blood Artist or another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. The more of these that you have, the more death, the more gain and drain effects. So if they have a wide board, like if they're a token deck and they're going real wide, they've got 5 creatures on the board or something like that, you have 5 creatures on the board, maybe even 2 Blood Artists. If everybody dies, you're going to trigger that effect multiple times, and it's just going to kill them out instantly. You also get that blood token generated immediately, and then whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life. That gives you a little bit of card draw as well. Again, card superiority being an important thing. City Stalker Connoisseur, Talking about blood tokens, 1 black and 3 death touch. Whenever City Stalker Connoisseur enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a non-land card with the greatest mana value among the cards in their hand. Why is this important? Well, like I said, everyone is trying to spam the big boy. Everyone is trying to spam a Tali or a Traxa or any kind of super mega big card. This forces it in their graveyard. With the graveyard hate that we have, we can easily dispose of it and get rid of their biggest play. With a 3/3 Death Touch Vampire and get that blood token out, which of course will feed into Sanguine. Sheldred, the Apocalypse. Do I have to explain why this card is good? With the amount of card draw that we have, do I have to really go into detail of, why you should play Sheldred the Apocalypse? It's a 4/5 Death Touch. Whenever you draw, you gain 2. Whenever they draw, they lose 2. Yeah, man. Play the card. Come on. The Invocussy, as it's sometimes known. 4 black and 1. Target opponent sacrifice a creature. If they can't, they repeat the process. 2 life, and you draw a card and repeat a process. Again, card superiority, life loss. You're seeing kind of the pattern here that Numbskull has built into the deck. Card superiority, life loss. Unbelievably powerful right there. Then, of course, we're going to have a Sheldred to finish it off. We could run the True Scriptures on the back end there. 2 black and 3 4/5 Menace Phyrexian Praetor. Forces a sacrifice of a creature or a planeswalker, which is really useful, especially if they don't have any creatures out and they're running planeswalkers. It's hard to get at some of these more powerful planeswalkers. This is a great way to just snap it out, especially if they have a clear board. Talking about removal as well, we have a variable removal right here in March of Wretched Sorrow. 1 black and X. As addition to this spell, you may exile a number of black cards from your hand. It costs 2 less for each black card exiled this way. So if you basically want to pay 2 and 4, you can exile 2 black cards from your hand and deal X damage to target creature, and you gain X life. A great damage output and drain and gain effect on somebody right there, and a great mana sink for later in the game. And it also targets planeswalkers directly too, which is why we don't really need Soul Transfer if we're going to go with March of Wretched Sorrow. Then, of course, let me pull the microphone real close because I missed this one so much. We have the Meat Hook Massacre. There's a reason they banned this card in Standard, because it's just too powerful. They banned it in Standard, they nerfed it in Alchemy, but it's just too powerful. 2 black and X. When the Meat Hook Massacre enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X until the end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Again, combining that with Sanguine Brushstroke and the Blood Artist, with all the other effects that we have in place, running wipes on the board with this in effect, can absolutely just kill a opponent just through sheer life loss from the effect of all the creature death. So absolutely death fuel on that one right there. 1 plains, 20 swamps, 1 Takanumas, 2 caves of Koilos, and of course Rafine's Tower in case we want to cycle that out right there. That's what we're going to be doing. Now the sideboard, because he normally does play best of 3, I try a little best of 3. We have some nice things here. Duress to increase that discard. Blot Out, which is a great exile effect. That's a new card, by the way. Blot Out is pretty good. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value. So you have these people playing these high-level cards. This targets them specifically. Soul Transfer is in there, of course. Phyrexian Obliterator, the Oblitussy. Yeah, it's a 5/5. You know what it does. You've been obliterated before. And Invasion of Fiora is the other version of the wipe that we have. We have Destroy All Legendary and Non-Legendary that can get you the Marchesa Resolute Monarch. So even more board wipes if you want to go that. The best of 3 strategy, obviously, is you adjust what they're coming in with. If they're going a really, really wide board, or if they're going long or aggro, you kind of have to dial in what you're going to swap out and remove. If they're going more creatures, maybe put in more creatures. We also have Viconia, which Numbskull taught me is a very good card. 1 black and 1. Specializes 2/3. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Again, lots of graveyard hate in this. We don't want to get resurrected on. And then we can either do Disciple of Blood, we can do Disciple of Rebirth. You basically, the cards that you exiled, you can recast them. It's really cool. It's a really cool effect right there. I know it has a whole wall of text and people didn't like this specialization. Oh, I don't have to read all these. You don't have to read all of them. You're mostly going to do Viconia, Disciple of Blood right there. And Pylon for a little bit more destruction right as it goes right there. So that's what we're looking at. This is what Numbskull, he's high mythic right now. Okay, so he's mythic numbers. So this one absolutely comes in and hits. It hurts. 13 creatures, a lot of Phyrexians. We are going to be doing a lot of Phyrexians. We have our lovely Skullbacks on there. 8 instants, 8 sorcery, 6 enchantments, 25 lands altogether. He is not shy about the lands, unlike myself. However, I flood a lot, so sometimes I adjust those. I've made a few tweaks here and there, but it's mostly his original build. That's what we're talking about. The gain and drain effects are really what's going to get you. Shutting down the other person's ability to play their deck effectively and just hitting gain and drain, and not really, it's the third effect is kind of doing damage over the top. We're mostly about that gain and drain effect and just absolutely locking the other person to death, ripping up their graveyard, destroying all their creatures, just not letting them function at all, just being an absolute absolute black hole. So that's a really fun build right there. That's how we're going to do it right there. I think I might even add more blot outs because they're pretty cool. Anyways, that's how we're gonna do it. Leave a comment. I want you to go follow Numbskull. He's on Twitch. He's also the co-host of our podcast, which is fantastic. You can go watch that podcast. Let's get an alchemy rank. Let's see if we can use the power of the skulls to power ourselves to mythic here. Here we go. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think, and tell me how much you hate alchemy, because you're wrong. I want to hear how wrong you are. Alright, a couple of good early plays. We'll drop the Rafines. Okay. Let's get that out there. Boom. Get the hit. Oh, we're going against a mythic guy. All right. Let's do that. Let's bring on the Sheldred. Might hit the depopulate right now. It still is going to hurt him. Probably the depopulate. Oh, no. Okay. Zero. He's gonna try to kill that. Steal from existence. Who's he stealing from existence? The Sheldred? Alright, fantastic. Good for you, man. Let's do a Sanguine Brushstroke. Let's do a... let's get rid of a Sheldred's. Another Sanguine. Swing it in. Do that. Decline. We don't need to do that. Okay. Alright, what we really need to do is hit the invoke. Each goes. Hit for 9 right there. No blocks. Oof. Archfiend of the Dross. Let's do no attacks. Of course, we're not going to hit the mana this time. Sacrifice and draw a card. That's going to be a lot of Blood Artist triggers here, guys. That one goes away. What do you want to lose here, my guy? That one goes away. That one goes away. Double Blood Artist trigger. Choo-choo. We do no attacks. Seal from existence. Who are you sealing away in existence there, my dude? That one? Alright, great stuff. Let's get rid of Meat Hook Massacre. It's not doing us a lot of good right now. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Phyrexian is a 6/6. No attacks. Another seal away, perhaps. He's going to sacrifice and draw a card. No, that's not it, dude. That's not it. Hit. Grand finale. Get rid of the final grasp, and that's going to trigger off. Boop, boop. Not enough seal away for you, dude. Sorry, Mythic buddy. But that was too hard. All right. Bye, Luna. Let's do that, do that. This is, I'm playing with Numbskull's deck right now. The numbest of skulls. Pop. There we go. All right, let's do, what do we want to do? I don't know. Let's do that and that. I'm curious as to what he's got going on. I'm going to hold back a little bit. He hasn't done anything yet. He's played black. Okay. Alright, we sacrifice one of those. Boof, boof. Create a treasure token. Very nice. Actually, let's swap one of those out. Let's do that right there. Get rid of that for that. Well, we got another one there. Let's do that. Why don't we march towards perfection? Ooh, the Gorgissi. I'll take that. And then we'll Sheldred up. Make Sheldred extra strong. For your convenience, take them with a one hit. Venator. That's a class of Star Destroyer, by the way. So search the body. All right. Let's do that. Let's drop that. All right. So now they're in trouble. They need to have removal, and they need to have removal good. All right, there's that. Yeah, they had good removal. They had another Depop. Gonna drop that on them. Let's grab that. Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be 6. Take action. Could duplicate it. And we'll put that guy down. Actually, we'll wait on that. In case he's got another sweeper. There's that. Okay. Right. Oh, and he's done. All right, we're just gonna invoke him to death. There you go. And you hit with the invoke, and you hit with the invoke. All right, here we go. All right, well that guy's got to go right there. that. Do that. Pop. Pop locking. Come on, man. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Oh, there we go. We do that. Gain the life, drain the life, create the treasure. Boom, boom, boom. And the turn. Ah, Elish Norm. Okay. Well, I see your Elish Norm. And I raise you a Sheldred. That's the good stuff right there. That's the primo shit. Elish Norm again. There she goes. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's leave it alone there. Elspeth Resplendent.
Right. Let's clean up this town.
Very nice. Ooh, a flying Norm. So let's do that. Let's do Painful Bond. Shlunky Shlunky. Let's do Sanguine. Lose the life. Okay. Push her in. Double block. There you go. That'll do. There you go. Gotta fill up the graveyard a little bit more. Pair of Saragons. Look at that. And an Olenbach. An Olenbach.
This is your fight. Win it.
Oof. That sucks. The meat hook. My old friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. Because the vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the words of the prophet are written on the subway walls, tenement halls. I think we lost this one. I think we lost this one, boys. Alright, let's give it a shot again. Alright, no attacks. Block that. Block that. Boof, boof. Create a treasure. Create a treasure. Wow. Alright, we have to do Connoisseur. Still no mana. Oof. Let's do that. No attacks. Ooh, sacrifice creature. I'll have to sacrifice the Connoisseur. No. Hit. Do that. I got all 4 Invoke Despairs immediately. That sucks. Deadly Dispute. Crack that one open. There. Do that. Boof, boof. No attacks. Good game. Oof, back and forth, huh? Blood alcohol content. You've been drinking cookies? You're a drunk cookies right now? Is that why you're calling me a crazy name? Let's get the Gorgeousy. Let's do that one. Pass. We'll wait. We'll take that hit. Let's do that. Oh, we'll put down the Gorgeousy for you. Jerome Morty Villain? No, that's not my name. Gotta pay life. Gotta pay to play, man. Let's do that one. Connoisseur. Okay, let's do that one. What you're talking about, that's my name, Jerome Morty Villain? Yeah, it apparently is. Alright, we have that. Why don't we do Sheldred's Assimilator? Gorgeousy, we'll assimilate that. Get rid of that. Gonna do that. Molten Impact on me. Bump. Bump. We're gonna hit. Bump. Jathavius Mortimia. It would be Mortimium or Mortimio. Javilius, Javonius was the best one I heard, to be honest. Javonius, that was classic, I gotta be honest. Let's go ahead and eat the big spender. Boom. Archon Shwesi, how you doing? Saralana, Tommy Gun Torres. All right, good to see you, man. No blocks. Huabango. 1 damage to you, and then 1 damage to you. Mortimia after your grandma. That's your middle. Your middle name is Mortimia. No way. Your real middle name is Mortimia. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second. All right. Biolume egg. All right, let's keep it going, guys. I should have a middle name, but my dad forgot and he was submitting the birth certificate. I thought it was Mort Locke. Your name isn't Mort Locke? I'm very disappointed to hear that. There go. Okay, they're doing the assimilator. Well, we have our own. Ah, Pendragon besieged. Okay. Hit. It's gonna kill that one. Let's do that one. Initials would have been JC when on to J, so it's probably for the best. Well, welcome to the awesome club of being named J. I don't see any problems with that. JC Denton. Oh, resolve. What are you going to do? Are you going to force me to sacrifice?
This is my home, and I don't
Each player discards a card. Oh, even better. I discard Path of Peril. I don't really need that right now. Hit. Swing it in, man. Come on. Toughness is going to eat that guy. Pendragon besieged. Alright. Let's drop that. Let's drop that. Let's do that. Let's do this. Pop. Ooh, the Oblit Tussie. Look at that, guys. The OG Oblit for rip for real. There it is, folks. Take a little damage right there. Boom. And he's going to really get hurt about this one, man. Oh, he's not going to like this. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, you hate to see that. You hate it in the prime of life and everything. There's the Shale Drussie, as you may or may not know it as. I got to take some hits here. I'm going to draw 2 cards. It's going to hurt, but it is going to hurt him as well. Okay. Oof, oof. Mint Oreos are the Oreo OP. Let's go in. Pop. Let's do this. Let's draw that. Pop. Down to 1. Graveyard Trespasser. We drop the graveyard on him. And then we say, Gixian Puppeteer, no thank you. Adios, man. I like mint Oreo. You know what was really good? Those chocolate cake Oreos were delicious. I haven't tried the s'mores ones yet. I haven't tried the red velvet either. Mint are good. They get real minty. I think I'm gonna agree with Cookies on that one. They get real fucking minty real fast. I know, and now I'm hungry. Now all I can think about is Oreos. Why did you do this to us, Jason? Huh? Levolution? I know that's your real name. You hide behind the name Jason. No, your name is Levolution, and we all know it. We all know it. We all know it, man. Let's get rid of that guy. Decline. Pop, pop. Let's do that. Pop, pop. Whoa. There we go. Oreos for the mixin'. Oh, he thinks the Oblatussi is gonna teach me a lesson, huh? That's what he thinks? Oh, okay. You can tell swipe it. Good stuff. Did you ever figure out what I meant about Final Fantasy? I bet you didn't. He's probably got another fight card in there. I think I'm going to take the War for Eos deal. Yeah, tell me right, meow. You're getting close with the meowing. Tell you that much. Yeah, he's in bad shape right now. He's got to lose either that or that. He's going to lose that, which means that he's going to take a 4 from me, a 2 sacrifice for not having an enchantment, and then hit and then die on the draw. That was the wrong. You loved your Obliterator so much, you're going to ride it right into hell. Huh? You're going to ride that Obliterator right into hell, aren't you, man? There you go, bro. Enjoy. Ride that Obliterator right into hell, bro. You could have been living right here, but you wanted to hold on to that, dude. You wanted to hold on so bad. You said, oh, I got him out on the board. I got him out. No, bro. No, you do not have him. You got him out on the board, but you won the battle, but lost the victory, man. Lost the war. All right, guys, I got to go to bed. I got to go to the airport tomorrow. No, I'm not traveling. I have to drop somebody at the airport, so that's fun. Yeah, it deletes for as much damage as you take. You have to sacrifice that many permanents. The opponent does. So I gotta go to sleep right now, guys. Thank you for coming. I've been Jay Villain. You've been great. This has been Numbskull's deck. I wanted to run his deck. I usually try to run it once a quarter, see how it's doing, and it supposedly gets you to Mythic real quick. So we're gonna see if that's really true or not. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye bye.